The Equestria Inquirer is brought to you this week by Chimichurri Change, Canterlot's most successful panhandler.
If this isn't manly, I don't know what is. I'm Joe Stevens, and this is the Equestria Inquirer! Ponyville. I'm sure every pony is aware of it by now, but in case you haven't heard, or happen to have slipped town after that whole Gates of Tartarus opening and unleashing the wrath of the undead upon all which we hold dear thing, which we'll cover at another time, we have big news. Of course, I am referring to Pinkie Pie and pudding. And lots of it. Pinkie Pie has in fact covered the entire town of Ponyville in chocolate pudding, and every pony seems to be strangely cool with it. It seems that the balloon and pink cutie-marked pony who refuses to let any pony be in an unhappy mood, even Polly the perpetually peeved penguin, and especially Tommy the terribly ticked trilobite, has decided that Ponyville would be better off were it completely engulfed in several thousand gallons of pudding. When asked why, she would unleash a torrent of sugary and partially dehydrogenated dessert gloop upon the town. Pinkie Pie had this to say. Dingle. Yes, this is just another incident of quote-unquote Pinkie Pie being Pinkie Pie. Being Pinkie Pie, it seems, entails swimming pools worth of butterscotch and vanilla-flavored pudding, but absolutely no tapioca. That's disgusting. The very fact that Pinkie Pie did not, in fact, use tapioca pudding is one of the reasons that no pony has a problem with the town being covered in artificially flavored dessert gloop. That is because such events are embraced and at times welcomed by the community. Pinkie Pie has been known to spark impromptu parades, summon balls from seemingly impossible places, and shatter the fragile bonds of space and time to propel the kingdom into a galaxy filled with sentient broccoli bent on world domination who only communicate in Japanese. Sadly, no image is available. Domitashimashite. Such events break up the monotony of everyday life. They add a sense of adventure to the mundane, and aren't nearly as life-threatening as the times Scootaloo breaks into Uncle Bob's C4 Emporium. Of course, why Ponyville has a C4 store is beyond me, but it is safe to say that having a town covered in pudding is better than it covered in the shattered remains of whatever building Scootaloo chooses needs improving next. In fact, this is the very point of Pinkie Pie's unique ability. No other pony, it seems, is allowed pardon from so many felonies. Spike destroys the town as a giant dragon, and it's a disaster. Pinkie Pie destroys the town with a giant dragon, and it's a big musical event every pony loves. It's probably because the giant dragon Pinkie Pie brought was an excellent tap dancer, but that danger was nearly as extensive as it was happening. What makes Pinkie Pie so special? Is it that she goes about her path of destruction with a happy face? Is it because we fear what she might do if we don't just laugh off her antics? Or are her actions humorous in themselves? Using a hidden camera, I attempted to recreate one of Pinkie Pie's random events, and this was the result. My eyes! My eyes! Apologies, Cranky Doodle. When asked on what the town's response will be to Ponyville being completely caked in pudding, Mayor Mare cackled with a nervous laughter and suggested we just eat the pudding and be thankful it wasn't tapioca. In response to this turn of events, Spike has begun petitioning Pinkie Pie to coat the town in ice cream. Pinkie Pie's official statement in response... I don't think we should call it Ponyville anymore. I say we call it Sassafras. I agree, Pinkie Pie. I agree.
My wife left to go get some licorice one day, and she ain't come back for 5 months. When she finally did come back, she was covered in tattoos and had some new fella to hang on to. Said he was one of the big shots in Trottingham, but he still wanted to crash in my lean-to. I said, you get your own dang shelter. This ain't got the patience for your kind of malarkey. So he starts digging the brass hooves out of his pockets, and he looks like he want to throw down with old Chimmy. That's all the story you get for free. If you want to hear how it ends, you gotta put some bits in this cup.
That's Chimmy Cherry Change, now with 3 convenient locations. Wait, 3? What the buck?
Everyone is robots!
Equestria, you have the chance to vote for Princess of Equestria. It's Ponycision 2012. Again, that title doesn't make much sense, but we'll just roll with it. As part of our ongoing coverage of the election between Princess Celestia, the Celestiacrat nominee, and Princess Luna, the Lupublican nominee, I recently sat down with the manliest brony in the world, who has endorsed Luna, the Lupublican candidate for Princess. This is Joe Stevens with Dusty Cat, the manliest brony in the world, here to give his take on the Princess of Equestria elections. Dusty Cat, you've recently come out and endorsed Princess Luna of the Lupublican Party for Princess of Equestria. What is your take on why she is the best candidate to become Princess of our kingdom?
Well, Joe, she's Luna.
There you have it, Equestria. Dusty Cat's statement on why Princess Luna should be Princess of Equestria. More and more ponies are endorsing one candidate or the other. Polls show that the race is a near tie, with 49% polling in favor of Celestia, 49% polling in favor of Luna, and 1% polling in favor of Lyra, the Lyratarian candidate. The remaining 1% say they'll vote for Hillary Clinton. One quick update on the Lupublican nomination. As you know, Rainbow Dash has also been seeking nomination by the Lupublican Party. Today, Rainbow Dash announced that she will not win the nomination. But she will continue in the race to show her support for her Rainbow Dash Revolution policies. Rainbow Dash claims there is still work to be done and urges all ponies to support Princess Luna. Speculation exists that Rainbow Dash only stayed in the race so she might be considered for the position of Vice Princess. But this position doesn't actually exist, and Luna thinks Rainbow Dash is crazy. Luna is still considering potential Vice Princess candidates, such as Spitfire, to reach out to the Pegasus vote. But most ponies think the grassroots support of Mayor Mare would make Luna a more viable candidate. Princess Celestia has not chosen a running mate because she hasn't decided if the position of Vice Princess should actually be created. And here is Techret with this week's Mares in a Minute.
Come on, come on. Stupid camera, why you no focus? Come on here. What the... There it goes. Okay, I think I got it. Still looks a little low. How the heck did the intern do this? There's like 27 knobs on this thing. Let's see. Yeah, I think that's all right. That's gonna have to do. I don't have time. Man, first my intern quits, and then Joe's all like, "Tech, you better tone it down. Yeah, you're gonna scare the older demographic to death." Shut up, Joe. It's probably Mr. Waddle's time to go anyway. Alright, you know what though? I can do this. I can do this just fine by myself. I'm good. I got everything around. Everything's cool. I didn't forget anything. Chair! Forgot my chair. Hang on. See? I can do this. Do this all by myself. Don't need anybody's help. Don't need anybody running the teleprompter either. Gonna do it the old-fashioned way. Paper. Here we go. As we have reported previously, there is an ongoing debate in Equestria over whether muffins or cupcakes are the superior baked good. That debate was taken to another level in Ponyville this past week as it spawned 2 rival street gangs, the Cups and the Muffs, each declaring their chosen food to be the best. Intern, are you going to put the image up or... Oh, right. Pictures. Pictures. Don't need any fancy images either. I can do this all by myself. Okay, the Cups and the Muffs. Though both gangs appeared quite menacing, they mainly just walked around town snapping their fingers like this. At least they would have if they had fingers. As it was, they were instead kind of just doing this, which just looked really silly. In an attempt to finally put an end to this conflict, Derpy Hooves, Ponyville's Muffin Queen, snuck into Twilight Sparkle's basement laboratory and attempted to create an unholy union of cupcakes and muffins that would make every pony happy. Unfortunately, Derpy was meddling with forces that no pony could possibly understand or control, and her resulting creation became sentient and grew to a monstrous size. This ginormous muffin cupcake thing immediately began destroying Ponyville, as that's what any good giant monster does. Mayor knew that something had to be done. Unfortunately, the Wonderbolts were busy performing at Diamond Tiara's birthday party, and dropping a large pat of butter on the creature only served to make it angrier and more delicious. It was decided the only solution was to bring back Spikezilla, and hope that he could defeat the creature. Applejack tied Spike to a chair, while Twilight and Rarity tempted him with gifts and gems. Spike begged them to stop, crying, "Don't make me greedy, you wouldn't like me when I'm greedy." Eventually, Spike's greed got the best of him, and Spikezilla returned. He immediately went to fight the 50-foot-tall baked good. They tore through the town, destroying skyscrapers, power lines, and elevated trains, all of which were strangely not there before the battle began. Meanwhile, Mayor worked with Rainbow Dash to set up a betting pool around who would be victorious. Okay, this one's kind of hard to follow. That's supposed to be Mayor there, and Rainbow Dash, he's kind of small, and these are all like lots of dollar signs and stuff. So yeah, betting pool around who would be victorious. The mayor was quoted as saying, "A town-wide disaster is a-okay by me, as long as it provides the opportunity for me to make a lot of money." Eventually, after hours of intense combat, a victor finally emerged, and that was... Where's the rest of my report? Oh, come on! No. It's gotta be here somewhere. Oh, shoot! No! Oh, no, why is the battery light blinking? Oh, man, don't tell me I forgot to plug in the camera!
Horseshoes and hand grenades! This is just one of the expressions we discovered is not advisable to shout into a crowded area. For some reason, when Pinkie Pie does it, however, Ponyville decides to come together and have a potluck supper and play a game of throw the spinach at Sweetie Belle. Here's LTT Moose with Horseshoes and Hand Grenades!
Good evening, citizens! No time for introductions tonight because we bring you shocking news. Do you know where your foals are? Because if not, they are probably dead in a ditch, which makes you a horrible excuse for an ex-parent. I am speaking tonight of a new fad that is sweeping Equestria. Shocked at the lack of awareness in her fair town of Ponyville, the mayor has launched a campaign of awareness by assuming the persona of a new public relations character, Pony the Clown. Unfortunately, she neglected to tell any pony what exactly she was trying to raise awareness of. Thus, her initial attempts of awareness raising only succeeded in making every pony aware that the mayor was dressed as a clown. Awareness levels of that were certainly on the rise. This led to several embarrassing incidents of the mayor being asked to perform at a yearling's birthday party. "I don't think so," responded the mayor. "Pony don't play that." Apparently, the mayor had intended to raise awareness of a growing fad amongst fillies and colts known as the cribbing game. When asked if she was a reliable source on the matter, she responded, "I know all there is to know about the cribbing game." The cribbing game, also known as the zebra head rush, flank lining, and riding the wooden rocket to Cloudsdale, is a dangerous new activity in which young ponies gnaw on wooden surfaces, such as chairs, windowsills, and planks. This loosens the treated portion of the surface, which they then inhale quickly, huffing the particulate varnish and paints, which lowers the oxygen to the brain, and producing a high which is, well, It's like 1,000 points of light, like diamonds in my brain, whilst a chorus of angels flies down from heaven and cradles you in their arms, telling you assuredly that you are nature's greatest miracle. Seeking to stem the tide of shenanigans associated with the mind-altering vapors, the mayor has launched an ad campaign starring herself as Pony the Clown. In it, she encounters several young ponies cribbing in their parents' basement. She then bursts into the house, uttering her catchphrase, "Pony, don't play that." She then proceeds to beat them over the head with a sock, calling them ignorant flanked jive turkeys. It is her hope that this systematic campaign of physical and verbal abuse will convince ponies to avoid doing things which would help them escape the harshness of adolescent life. It should be noted that the fumes from cribbing are also combustible, the dangers of which are illustrated by the character Fire Marshal Bull. Local kindness advocate Fluttershy could not be reached for comment, as she was busy producing her own awareness campaign on the matter, titled Mares on Film. The film in question being the layer of hallucinogenic chemicals on the wood's surface. While it has yet to be released, early reviews have given it 2 claps up in a Z. Now, it should be noted that the cribbing game is not to be confused with the controversial movie of the same name, starring a pre-op trans mare. Likewise, do not confuse a trans mare with a transformare, which is a pony in disguise. I guess that's the same thing. A transformare is more than meets the eye. Still same thing. Okay, alright. What I'm trying to say is when a man makes a purchase, he expects what's on display to be the real deal. And, you know, since money had already changed hands, there's no sense wasting it, so technically...
Now, I want you to do 3 things. First, do something completely random to see if Pinkie Pie's not the only one who can get away with it. Second, register to vote in the upcoming election for Princess of Equestria. We want to know who you're voting for. And finally, go awesome! You awesome you. There. Now that I'm acting encouraging like Pinkie Pie, maybe I can get away with random things like burping in public and tax fraud. Thank you for watching. I'm Joe Stevens, and this has been the Equestria Inquirer. Good night, and good luck.
Okay, just one more. Just one more, and then that's it. I swear. Okay. Oh yeah! I am a jelly god!
Alright, Applejack, I hear. Let's break into this. I've been wanting to get this all day since I've seen it. By the way, how many bits did you donate to that Pony Action Committee anyways?
Actually, I'm into them for about 5,000.
Yeah? 5,000 bits, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Well, cheers to that.
Cheers to that.
Wait, turn that off!
Cut!